All right, we're doing a quick hit today to help highlight someone who's fighting these insane lockdowns, as hopefully you are in your own little way. I'll be sitting down with Anton, the owner of Nick the Greek restaurant in Ventura County, and you probably recognize him because he's the guy who stood up to government regulators trying to shut down his business. I'm going to throw to the viral video that has been seen millions of times already, and then we're going to go right into my interview with Anton. So first, take a look at the video.
I'm aware of Friday night you guys came, I put my tables inside, I've complied with everything that you guys have told me to, and yet you guys didn't even issue me a warning, and you're trying to shut me down. Right. When I'm complying with you.
So the restaurant is shut down, okay?
The restaurant's not shut down. I'm not shutting this restaurant down.
Okay, that's why we're here.
Good.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to continue with
100%.
Okay, so we have a closure temporary suspension of the permit here. Okay, we're not supposed to be open. We were suspended on Friday. The order was issued by Public Health that says that we need to close until we can get reopened.
So why, the reason you guys are closing me is because on Friday evening, as a protest, which I'm allowed to do, I put tables outside. Okay. I sold all my food to go. I didn't do any outdoor dining. I served all my food to go, and it was everybody's own prerogative to sit outside on my tables, again, as a protest, which I'm allowed to do. Okay. Now, you guys came Friday evening, and your two guys that were here Friday evening basically said, listen, if you put your tables and chairs inside right now, you're in compliance. I said, okay, if they're not in compliance, why would you shut me down then? And they said, because it's already gone through your guys' system, and now I have to wait for you guys to come back before I can open again. But if I'm already complying with you and I have the tables and chairs inside, you want me and are forcing me to shut down my business, and I have to send all my employees home? I have rent to pay, I have bills to pay. And this is a power trip, this is not even about COVID anymore. I've complied with you guys. This is what it's about, because you guys are closing me.
You know what? We'd like to talk to you. And we want to make sure that you receive a copy of that. I'm interested to hear what it was, that conversation that you had.
I have it all recorded. I have everything recorded. No, because I'm recording everything so that when I do have to show up to court with you guys, when we start this class action lawsuit with all these restaurants against the health department, we have all the proof right here on film.
All right, Anton, we just showed the viral clip. It's very obvious to me that not all heroes wear capes. You stood up to the man. Man, how you feeling?
Yeah, I did. I mean, that video was not, I had no intention of that video going viral. That was literally just my emotion in the time that happened. And it was just so happened to be that the guy Jorge Ventura, I was just coming out of an interview with him, and those health inspectors were there. So as my reaction came out with the health inspectors, he was filming the whole video, and that's how it went viral. There was two inspectors that were there. There was a lady and a guy. My strong feeling is if it was just a lady there, it would have gone a completely different way. And just because she was very calm, she was really trying to get the facts and figure out everything that was going on. And it even in the beginning sounded like she was like, okay, like, let me try to figure this out to like help you out type of thing. Mm-hmm. Whereas when that guy opened his mouth, he just like was this aggressive, like he came across as this like aggressive macho person. And that really like kind of set it off for me, because I was like, excuse me, like what? This doesn't make any sense. And the main thing with me is I don't like it when people don't stick to their word, right? Yeah. So the story started on last Friday. I spoke to a supervisor at the health department, and I was like, listen, I'm going to put my tables out as a protest. I'm still going to serve all my food to go. I'm not going to actually serve people outside. Mm-hmm. I'm going to serve it all to go. Let me protest for whatever, 3-4 hours that evening. And just let me do that, and I'm allowed to do that by law. Right now, you're allowed to protest, and he was fine with that. He was like, you know what, if you're just going to do it for this evening and that night, that's fine. So I said, all right, great. And this is when he didn't stick to his word, because that evening around 7:30, two health inspectors came in and they're like, listen, we're going to have to give you a closure notice. And I'm like, look, I understand that I'm not following the rules right now because I put my tables outside, but it was as a protest. So let me take them inside right now, and let's just forget about all this. You don't need to give me a closure notice because I'm going to follow your rules now. And they're like, okay, let me talk to our supervisor. So they called the supervisor, came back and said, nope, we still have to order you a closure notice. And by this time, I'd already put all my tables inside. And I'm like, well, I'm following your rules now. Why are we still going to go down this route? So what ended up happening was you're like, yeah, you're going to have to contact the health department to be able to reopen again. I said, well, today's Friday night. You guys aren't open on Saturday and Sunday. I'm not closing my business for Saturday and Sunday because I have bills to pay, you know? So I ended up leaving my business open Saturday, Sunday. Monday morning, that same supervisor called me and I said, hey, listen, man, last time we talked, you didn't stick to your word. So I'm going to record this conversation, which is exactly what I did. I recorded the conversation. And basically the conversation led to the fact where he was like, look, if you put to me on an email that you're going to continue complying, you're going to continue to have your chairs and tables inside and continue to serve only to go and for delivery, he's like, I'll reinstate you. You can reopen back again. I said, all right, well, this time I'm filming it and recording you, so you better keep your word. He's like, yes, I will. So I sent him that email a few minutes after. I said, look, I'm going to comply. Fine. Let me go about my business. Let's just drop this whole thing. And 2 hours later, he comes back with an email and says, actually, you know what? Because we heard that you were open on Saturday and Sunday, you're going to have to remain closed now.
God.
And I'm like, look, man. And when I got that email, that's when I was already like, this is the second time this guy's not stuck to his word, and he's again. So, and that's the exact time that Jorge Ventura was interviewing me, and that's the exact time that those two health inspectors came in. So my emotion was already at its highest because of that email that came in. So just that's how it went.
Okay, so first off, basically the guy's lying to you, and you have to stay open on the weekends because it's hard enough to make ends meet at this point. Was anyone even sitting at your tables outside? And again, you weren't serving them out there. You were saying, okay, you take it to go, and then there's a seat there. If you happen to sit there, I think people are still allowed to sit outdoors. But was anyone even using those seats?
Yeah, so on that, I said, yeah, some people were sitting out on the tables. Some people were sitting on a curb. People were kind of sitting wherever they could to eat their food. And again, that's not that. And the health department's like, well, you're responsible for that. I don't feel, and I am not responsible for other human beings. I also don't have the right to go up to somebody and tell them what to do. That's not in my right. That's not my right at all. So that's the whole point, is like their way of thinking is just out of this world. It makes no sense. So I'm going to go around now and start telling people you can't do this and you can do that. That's not in my right.
Yeah, you would make a very terrible government regulator, obviously, if you don't think that's within your right. So can you just talk about just generally, like, you got a smile on your face right now, but you have to be seriously frustrated with what's going on here. I know you have a couple locations. We ordered in for my whole team from the LA location, and you guys make great food. Can you just talk about just the general frustrations that all restaurateurs are feeling right now?
I think the biggest frustration right now, and the reason why people are really lashing out right now, is because over the summer when they shut everything down, the government was giving money weekly to people. They were doing the PPP loans for businesses, so everybody could continue on paying their bills because the economy is continuing to move forward. This time around, they're shutting down restaurants, and they're not going to give us any PPP money. They're not going to help our employees out by giving them money weekly. So it's like, well, how do you expect my employees to go pay for their rent? How do you expect me to pay for my rent? I mean, it's a chain reaction and a chain effect. That makes no sense and is not fair at all, especially with big box stores. I mean, you walk into any Costco, Lowe's, Home Depot. I mean, there's a ton of people in there. It really does not look like they're controlling that whole 20% or 25% occupancy in those stores. And it just so happens to be because those stores aren't controlled by the health department. Restaurants are controlled by the health department, in which I also don't even know if it's in their right to control the outdoor seating, because health department is supposed to be for the health of, or for the food and safety, or the safety of the food in a restaurant, to make sure that people are not getting sick. That's the job of a health department with a restaurant. Not to go around saying you can't have people sitting outside. That's never been part of their job.
Yeah. Did you happen to see that video of the health inspector guy in LA basically saying that we know that outdoor dining doesn't spread the disease, but we just want to keep people at home? Did you happen to catch that video?
Oh no, I didn't see that. I didn't see it, but that makes, that's the whole thing. It's not scientifically proven that outdoor dining spreads COVID faster than anything else. So, and that's the whole thing is everyone just wants a level playing field, right? So it's like, okay, if you're going to shut things down, shut everybody down. If you're not, then don't shut everybody down and let us all continue. I mean, you can't have this unlevel playing field where all these other stores are making a ton of money and we're not. But having said that, mom and pop like clothing stores that are on Main Street in Ventura, they're feeling their revenue also dipping right now. Why? Because people aren't coming downtown to eat, so they're also not coming downtown to shop. So it's not only affecting us, it's affecting other retailers, you know?
Are you going to stay in California? That's the $1 million question that I get asked 100 times a day. But like as a business guy, as someone trying to, you know, do something good and put out a good product, but having to deal with these guys, like, do you think about getting out of here?
Yeah, I do. I just have a growth plan for the restaurants right now within California, and with everything going on, I still hope that I can continue to hit it. This is most likely going to hinder that, but if I am able to hit it, most likely once I've reached my goal, then I probably will be moving to a different state. Not unless California starts changing. But I mean, you look at Elon Musk has moved, Tesla's moved, Oracle's moved, all these. And the crazy thing to me is I don't understand and see how they're all the money that's coming into California because of these companies that's now not going to be because it's going somewhere else, and all these people that they were employing. I mean, how do they see the future going along? You know, it's really tough.
Well, listen, man, I know you didn't ask for this fight, but you're in it now, and anything I can do to help, just let me know. One
more thing I want to say is the officials that are controlling things right now are the same type of people, which I find completely ridiculous, as back when they tried to shut Tesla down and there was that government official later and said, fuck Elon Musk or fuck you, Elon Musk. Yeah. Like, who does that? Yeah. Especially if you're trying to portray yourself in a leadership position, you don't do that. I mean, and that's basically, those are the type of people that are trying to control us. Like, it's completely out of this world and ridiculous, in my opinion.
Anton, you want to run for governor? People want me to run for governor. I feel like you're better suited. Come on.
I don't think I can take that on, man. Politics is a whole different ball game. I'll stick to business and being an entrepreneur.
All right, stick to the falafel in the meantime. All right, well, listen, anything I can do to help. I'm not just saying it. You got my number, so just let me know, and we'll just keep the spotlight on you guys. Yeah, and I wish you luck.
Dave, sorry, this is really the last thing I want to say. Is,
you're good.
So you're saying anything that you can do to help. What I'd love for you to do is, because we've gone viral, we've got so much support from literally people in different states calling in and ordering food to support us and also trying to donate. If you could go out and tell all of the U.S. and these same people, hey, listen, don't only do that to Nick the Greek, start calling up random restaurants in California and do those good deeds to all the restaurants. Because again, my whole point from the get-go was to help restaurants as a whole. This wasn't for me and this wasn't for Nick the Greek. This is for the whole thing. So if all these people can call up random restaurants in California and just start ordering food, I mean, that'd be amazing. And that's how you can help spread that, because you have the audience. So
I'm on it, man. You're a true American. Thanks for taking the time. Now get back to work, for God's sakes.
I will do. Thanks, Dave.
All right, see ya. If you're looking for more honest and thoughtful conversations about politics instead of nonstop yelling, check out our politics playlist. And if you want to watch full interviews on a variety of topics, watch our full episode playlist, all right over here. And to get notified of all future videos, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell.